was supposed to be a mega ratings hit, the sort of thing that we were all supposed to tune into and of course learn something new. It was all about one of our most esteemed leaders, the former British Prime Minister 3 times, the Right Honourable Margaret Thatcher. This all centred upon a big thing in the 1970s, those big political interviews. Well, once again, this particular channel over here in the United Kingdom literally made another huge mistake. And again, a costly one. As ever, let me explain. Good to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me. I don't know about you, when you look at these particular companies now, the mainstream media, what you notice really is just how much money they waste. Now, one in particular that's absolutely clueless and continually is losing money is Channel 4, run by this woman, Alex Mahon. And basically she's already said that she's had to lay off thousands of staff simply because of her own incompetence. What she basically means is people are not watching the channel. It's her decision what goes on the channel, so go figure why people aren't watching it. You see how it works. Recently they did a big expose on William and Charles, all about the missing millions, which, as I told you at the time, there was not missing at all. It was all there in the public domain, detailed out, but in a headline, of course, makes sensational reading. And of course recently they did the Wicked Stepmother on our Queen Camilla. That rated so badly. More importantly, they couldn't sell the programme around the world, so another duff. Yet this particular woman remains in charge. Now the latest really cabal, if you like, is this. You see, they decided to make a documentary and it's never about any other party but the Conservatives. This time it was about a sort of breakthrough interview with a former interviewer of LWT, that's London Weekend Television, Brian Walden. Now, way back in the sort of 70s and 80s, he was the man apparently that people feared. Don't know about you, he seemed quite soft to me. On this occasion though, he was taken up by none other than the actor Steve Coogan. Remember him? He called us all flag-waving idiots because we like to welcome and admire the British monarchy. He's in a play right now in London that's not doing too well. Now he can add this to, of course, his list of CVs. Brian and Maggie were supposed to be this tell-all, revealing behind-the-scenes stuff, with him playing the part of Brian Walden and Harriet Walter playing the part of Maggie Thatcher. But of course critics came out in force, simply because it was so badly scripted and no doubt some people might suggest acted as well. Here's where it gets really interesting though, because they use sort of phrases that Margaret Thatcher would have never used, like it's in the bag and you're pushing me into a corner. Mrs. Thatcher was, well, if anything, brilliant at the spoken English. She would never have risen to such sort of ideas and sort of concepts like that. So it's no wonder that this little and latest attack on an icon of times, whether you liked her politics or not, many people admired Mrs. Thatcher. Well, this became an absolute ratings bomb for Channel 4. What they don't need, of course, is yet another documentary drama attacking someone who did a lot of good for Great Britain, particularly in this, climate that we're in now politically. And as you can imagine, trying to sell a programme like that, and of course Camilla, the Wicked Stepmother, alongside William and Charles and the Missing Millions, well, once again you could say that the head of Channel 4 has now created her own hat trick of failure. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.